Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining me again in our nightly edition of the Boys to Men podcast. We're going to get straight to it. Y'all see what I'm repping. Y'all know what it is. Did y'all watch the game today? Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, I'm telling you, I don't have my watch on me. I don't know what time it is. It don't really matter because OU still sucks. Y'all heard me? OU still sucks. Don't get it twisted, man. It was a tough loss today. I am extremely disappointed for all my Longhorn brethren out there. This was a tough loss. This was an extremely tough loss. The longest game in UT history. Went to 4 overtimes. We had to come back and only to take a L, man. And not only did we take a L, but we took a L to a Stoops. Bob Stoops' kid caught the game-winning touchdown. I mean, come on, man. Can we not get enough of Stoops already? I mean, I've seen enough of Stoops for the rest of my lifetime. And now he got his kids going there, and probably they kids gonna be going there. It's gonna be continued to be passed down in the family Stoops tradition. But man, tough loss today, man. I don't know what's next for UT, man. I love UT, but we gotta make a change. I'm calling for Herman to be dismissed at the end of the year. You know, there have been changes made this week in Texas, as we know. And when I say Texas, I mean the state of Texas, not UT to be specific. But, you know, as far as coaching is concerned, and, you know, I think that Texas only deserves the best. And I just feel like Tom Herman isn't cutting it. I never signed off on him being there in the first place. I thought he was a good coach, but I just didn't think he was the right coach for UT. And, you know, so far he's been mediocre at best. I'm not necessarily saying that this Oklahoma loss is solely on him. I still think tackling has been one of our weaknesses for the past decade. And, you know, but still, he's the head of the snake. And, you know, that's a coaching deal. Tackling is a coaching deal. It's a fundamental deal. It's something that you gotta practice. It's not something that you just learn how to do overnight and it's done with. You have to continually practice that, you know, skill. And I really think ultimately Herman has underachieved at UT, so I'm calling for him to be out of here, you know, at the end of the year. I'm not saying the man has to be fired mid-season like another coach, but, you know, I'm calling for him to be gone at the end of the year, and we got to start all over, clean, fresh slate. Options for successors? Well, I mean, anybody that's been around me that knows that it's really only one or two coaches that can come to UT and turn this program back to where it belongs to be. I think one of them is in Tuscaloosa, and one of them's on Fox Sports doing the big Saturday noon kickoff show or whatever, you know. And I'm talking about Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer and Nick Saban. Look, the fact of the matter is Nick Saban was this close to being the head coach of UT after Mack Brown left. And if it wasn't for Mack himself really designating the next head coach not be Nick Saban or be anybody but Nick Saban, because he knew Nick Saban was going to take this team to another level and he didn't want that to overshadow his reputation and resume, which is crazy to me, but you know, that's really the inside scoop. He felt like Nick Saban was going to overshadow what he did, and rightfully so. I mean, you know, Nick Saban will turn this program around. He's going to get the best out of a team, and anything less than that just won't be tolerated. And I really think we haven't had that in quite some time, especially in the later years of even Mack Brown's tenureship. So, you know, Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, y'all got any other options, let me know. Feel free to comment. But I really think it's time to make a change for Texas, man. losing to TCU last week and then losing this heartbreaking shootout to, our biggest rival. Not to mention A&M won today against Florida. What's up with that? Texas taking 2 L's to our 2 biggest rivals today. What the hell? So can't get any worse, man. We got to move on to the next, man, in this crazy year. But, hey, what are we going to do? Got to move on and move forward. On to the next, though. With that sad news being out the way, right now, all I can say is Merry Christmas, Houstonians. Merry fucking Christmas, Houston. You know what I'm talking about. It was already mentioned earlier. Come on now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Now, a few months ago, me and my associate made a podcast earlier about the dumbest trade in NFL history made by the one and only Bill O'Brien, trading D-Hop to Arizona. And so far, it's stood as the dumbest trade in NFL history. I mean, D-Hop first game in Arizona had a career high. What the fuck? You mean to tell me in all his years at Houston, he couldn't have caught, 12 balls? How many balls did he catch? 12, 13, 14, 15? I don't give a damn. He could have did that in Houston with all the quarterbacks he had, especially even Deshaun. But nonetheless, man, that was the dumbest trade in NFL history. And right then and there, I told y'all, and I kept to my word, that I'm officially not a fan no more. I'm done with Houston as long as this head of the snake is still here. Well, he's no longer here, ladies and gentlemen. He is no longer here. I can't believe it. I'm sorry it took me so long to even, make a statement about this move. But, it's just unbelievable to me. I really couldn't believe that Cal pulled the trigger on this. I called on 97.5 the day of it, and I was just in shock. On how this could happen. For this long, for this guy to make decision after decision after decision that's really set the franchise back. He has single-handedly set the franchise back. You're talking about Dwayne Brown. You're talking about Jadeveon Clowney. You're talking about D-Hop. You're talking about DJ Reader. I can go on, man. The fact of the matter is, you don't let pillars like that go. And don't give me that excuse, man, we needed to afford this money to pay Deshaun and to pay Larry. I mean, I understand that, man, but we still could have kept D-Hop and still would have been whole, man. Our offense would have been a lot better. It was the dumbest move in NFL history. It made the morale of the city so low. Fans turned against the team. Fans turned against the coach. And ultimately, you saw it in the game attendance. I mean, I know it's COVID and, game attendance is down to 15, 20%, but, man, it was probably even half of that, maybe even 10% at the stadium because fans are just not showing up. Fans are not paying for this type of product. And, money talks. And I think ultimately with that and just the outcries of fire Bill O'Brien, Cal made a move, and he didn't wait till the end of the season, and I respect him. I salute him to high heavens for that because, I didn't think he had it in him. I thought we were going to go the whole season, and he still wasn't going to get fired, but ultimately, Cal pulled the trigger, he made a move, and y'all know what that means. That's right. I'm officially a fan again. God damn it. I mean, let's be real. All right. I ain't worn my jersey all year. I'm a proud member of the Texans fan club, man. I'm a proud member of the Texans fan club. But I couldn't sit back and support this organization the way it stood, the way it was, with that guy, with that, man. There's not enough things I can say about this guy. He was the weakest link, so we had to say goodbye. That's all to it. That's really all to it. And, you know, I really feel like this team is going to turn things around. I'm not just saying we're just going to roll off wins, but I do expect the morale to be better, and I do respect them to play a lot more looser, and I do expect a better product out there on the field. So, you know, you calling it. I'm back with the squad. I'm officially back on, and, you know, I'm expecting new things for this squad. So there you have it. Your boy Lloyd knows that the Texas Longhorns are trending down, and Houston Texans are trending up, baby. So let's get ready for this new season with a new coach and a new start. And if you ain't about that, and if you ain't with that, I got 2 words for you. Kick rocks. Peace. I'll talk to y'all later.